Have you ever wondered why you keep showing behavior that isn't beneficial to you or to others, despite your best efforts to break these patterns? Maybe you're unconsciously pushing people away when they get too close, or you never let people help you, even though you could actually really use the help, but you believe that you should manage on your own. It's as if some invisible force is at play shaping your behavior. But where do these deep-rooted patterns and beliefs stem from? If you found yourself pondering such questions, you're not alone. In his groundbreaking book, It Didn't Start With You, Mark Wolynn dives into the phenomenon of inherited family trauma and offers practical ways to break free from these cycles. In this video, we'll provide you with a summary of this groundbreaking book, offering you valuable takeaways that can enrich your understanding of how generational trauma impacts your life. So without further ado, let's uncover the essence of inherited family trauma and learn how to break the cycle. 1. Understanding family trauma. Inherited family trauma is about passing unresolved traumatic experiences from one generation to the next. Mark Wolynn's book dives into how these inherited traumas shape our lives, often without us even knowing. He introduces the concept of the family mind, which entails that shared memories and experiences influence individual family members. This means that the traumas of our ancestors can deeply influence and shape our behavior, beliefs, and patterns. Whether it's wartime experiences, abuse, or rejection, these traumas, if not dealt with properly, can deeply affect the coming generations. Take a family, for example, where the dad deals with attachment issues due to being abandoned by his father at a young age. The dad never really talked about this, but it certainly left a scar. This unresolved trauma can lead to the dad being emotionally unavailable and distant, creating a ripple effect on his children and their attachment styles. The cycle continues as the children grow up and pass down these patterns to their own children, making it hard for them to form healthy relationships. This shows why it's so important to tackle inherited trauma and break the cycle for the well-being of future generations. 2. Identify your triggers. The first crucial step in resolving inherited trauma is to be able to recognize the symptoms. Unresolved ancestral traumas can show up in our lives as emotional triggers, making us react in ways that don't really match our own experiences. These triggers usually come from the pain and suffering of past generations, creating a cycle of emotional distress. Inherited trauma can manifest as anxiety, depression, or even physical pain that doesn't seem to have a clear cause. Understanding that these issues might stem from our ancestors' experiences provides a new perspective on healing. It shifts the focus from self-blame to a more empathetic understanding of our family history. Once you're aware of your issues, the next step is to figure out where they might stem from. A practical tool introduced by Wolynn is the family tree exercise. With this exercise, you map out your family history to identify patterns of trauma and unresolved issues. By doing so, you can start to see connections between your own struggles and those of your ancestors. This awareness is the first step towards healing, as it allows you to understand the root causes of your challenges. 3. The core language approach. Another great way to recognize inherited trauma is by focusing on use of language. Language plays a crucial part in understanding trauma. With the core language approach, you can identify phrases and expressions that reveal hidden traumas. By analyzing the language we use to describe our feelings and experiences, we can uncover underlying issues that might have been passed down through generations. For example, phrases like, "I always have to be strong," or "I can't let anyone see me cry," might indicate a family history of suppressing emotions. By recognizing and changing these patterns of language, we can begin to break the cycle of generational trauma. Try to reframe your words into more compassionate and positive expressions, such as, "I am allowed to express my emotions," or "vulnerability is a strength." This simple shift will have a powerful impact on your healing journey. 4. The importance of family connections. Strained family relationships can affect individual well-being and contribute to generational trauma. Weak connections often lead to feelings of isolation, misunderstanding, and unresolved emotions, creating harmful patterns within families. That's why it's crucial to build and maintain healthy family ties, as these connections provide support, understanding, and resilience. By promoting open communication and trust, families can form closer bonds together. Repairing these connections not only benefits your personal healing, it also helps break cycles of trauma that impact past generations. A helpful tool in maintaining strong connections to family history is the use of rituals. Rituals play an important role in healing inherited trauma because it lets people honor their ancestors and recognize their experiences. They can be as simple as lighting a candle or saying a prayer, but they hold a lot of meaning. Rituals give us a way to process our emotions and connect with our family history. By adding them to our routine, you can gain a better understanding of your past and open the door to healing. 5. The role of visualization. Once you have completed the first step towards healing, recognizing and accepting the traumas you carry, the next step is to actively work on letting go of these patterns in your life. Visualization can be a great tool for this. By visualizing your ancestors' experiences, you can connect with their emotions and understand their impact on your life. Creating a mental picture of their struggles helps build empathy and compassion, which are crucial for healing. Visualization also helps you to reframe these experiences, turning them from sources of pain into opportunities for growth and resilience. By vividly picturing yourself breaking free from these inherited cycles of pain, you can begin to create new pathways in your brain that promote healing and growth. 6. Cultivating forgiveness and gratitude. If you really want to break free from the negative patterns caused by unresolved family traumas, it's key to practice forgiveness and gratitude, as they are powerful tools for healing. Appreciate what your ancestors went through and recognize the strength and resilience they've passed down through the years. Your parents didn't only burden you with their own traumas, they also gave you a lot of valuable lessons and strengths. It's also important to forgive their actions by understanding and having empathy for their history. By focusing on the positive sides of your family history, you can change your perspective and find a more balanced view of the past. 7. Seeking professional help. While self-exploration and understanding are important steps towards healing generational trauma, getting professional help is sometimes a necessary step. A therapist or counselor can offer guidance, support, and specialized techniques to help navigate through deep-rooted family issues. They provide a safe, non-judgmental space to process emotions and develop coping strategies. Plus, therapists can offer a different perspective and help break patterns of negative thinking or self-destructive behaviors. Seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a brave step towards breaking the cycle of generational trauma. Bert Hellinger, a pioneer in family constellation therapy, developed methods which can effectively uncover and heal intergenerational trauma. During a so-called family constellation session, participants role-play to represent family members, creating a constellation. Through observing their interactions and emotional responses, underlying issues and unspoken traumas come to light. When doing a family constellation, it's important to be present and open without any judgment. The goal is not to blame or shame anyone, but rather to acknowledge and release the pain. 8. Building resilience. Healing from generational trauma is an ongoing process that requires resilience and patience. It's all about recognizing our past, while actively working to build a better future for ourselves and our loved ones. This might mean opening up some difficult conversations with your family, or setting boundaries with family members who hold on to harmful patterns. Cultivating resilience also means being kind to ourselves. It's okay to break down sometimes when we feel overwhelmed, and it's okay to seek support from others. Developing effective coping mechanisms and strategies is crucial for navigating life's challenges. This includes practices such as mindfulness, self-care, and building a strong support network. By focusing on resilience, you will strengthen your ability to overcome adversity and create a more positive and fulfilling life. Well, there you have it, guys, an in-depth summary of the inspiring book It Didn't Start With You. Breaking the cycle of generational trauma is not an easy task, but it's necessary for our own well-being and that of future generations. By understanding the impact of generational trauma, you can break free from the negative effects of inherited family trauma and create a more fulfilling life. Have you uncovered any patterns in your family that you believe might be linked to an inherited trauma? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others on their healing journeys. If you liked this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and give a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out on videos.